Hello, my dear Goenkans. Today we are going to understand another topic of integers, that is representation of integers on number line. We can represent integers on number line. A number line is divided into three parts. One part consists of positive integers. Another part consists of a number 0, that is neither a positive nor a negative integer. And the another part consists of the negative integer. Now, you have to note one thing, that positive integers are always to the right side of 0 and negative integers are always to the left side of 0. Now, how are we going to represent numbers or integers on a number line? First of all, we are going to draw a number line. Then we have to take one thing into consideration, that each integer is represented by a unique point on number line. Now, suppose we have to represent number 2 on a number line. So, the first step is that we are going to draw a number line. The second step is that we have to take this thing into consideration, whether the number that we are going to represent on a number line is a positive integer, a negative integer, or a 0. Now you can see, since 2 is not having any sign before it, it automatically means that it is a positive integer. I told you that positive integers or natural numbers need not to have sign before them. If a number is without a sign, it means it is automatically a positive integer, except 0. 0 is neither a positive integer nor a negative integer. Now, since 2 is a positive integer, so we are going to represent this 2. It means it is going to be on the right side of 0. So we are going to move 2 steps to the right of 0, and then the number 2 is represented there. Similarly, we can show number of points on a number line. Suppose we have numbers 3, -5 and 1 that we have to show on the number line. Starting with 3, it is clearly understood here that it is a positive integer, so we are going to shift 3 steps towards right, and the number 3 is represented there. And when we talk about -5, it means it is on the left side of 0. So we are going to shift 5 steps to the left of 0, and there is the number -5. And when we talk about number 1, it is to the right of 0. In this way, you can represent integers on a number line. The another topic is comparing and ordering of integers. Now students, remember, the numbers that are on the right side of 0 gets bigger and bigger. The numbers that is on the left side of 0 get smaller and smaller. It means that 0 is greater than every negative number. Because I told you that the numbers that are on the left side of 0 get smaller and smaller. It means 0 is greater than any negative number. And 0 is less than any positive number. Because I told you that numbers that are on the right side of 0 gets bigger and bigger. Now let us take examples to understand the comparison of integers. Let us take a number 0 and 5. So, since I told you that 0 is greater than every negative integer, so it means 0 is greater than -5, as -5 is the negative integer. And if we are having a number 0 and 5, now 0 and 5. 5 is a positive integer. I told you that 0 is less than any of the positive integer, so it means 0 is less than 5. The another rule is that positive integers are always greater than negative integers. Or you can say the numbers that are on the right side of number line are always greater than the numbers that are on the left side of number line. Now we know positive integers are on the right side of number line, so they are always greater than the numbers that are on the left side of number line. So if we have a number 3 and minus 5, 3 is a positive integer, minus 5 is a negative integer, so 3 is going to be greater than minus 5. Similarly, if we take minus 4 and minus 1, minus 4 is to the left of 0. So the numbers that are on the left side are always smaller than the numbers that are on the right side. Now, what if we are having both the numbers as negative numbers? Here, it seems that minus 3 and minus 5, among minus 3 and minus 5, it seems that minus 5 is the greater integer. But students, take this thing into consideration that in case of negative integers, the number that has the smaller magnitude is the greater number. That is, minus 3 is greater than minus 5. Why? Because when we take negative numbers into consideration, the numbers that are closer to 0 are greater than the numbers that are far from 0. I will repeat. In case of negative integers, the negative integer that is close to 0 is greater than the integer that is far from the 0. So here you can see that minus 3 is closer as compared to the minus 5. So minus 3 is greater than minus 5. Similarly, if we take minus 40 and minus 21, we know that minus 21 is going to be closer to 0 as compared to minus 40. So minus 40 is less than minus 21. So if we are going to now arrange the numbers or integers in ascending order and descending order, so you have to take this thing into consideration that negative numbers are the smaller numbers. After that, we are having 0. And after that, there are positive numbers. That is, negative numbers are the smallest numbers and the positive numbers are the greatest or largest numbers. So if we take an example that is here on the screen, we have to arrange the numbers in the ascending order. So we know ascending order means smaller to greater. So here, which one is going to be the smaller number? The negative integers. So here are the negative integers. But among negative integers, who is going to be the smallest number, smallest integer? The integer that is very far from 0, that is minus 5. After that, it is going to be minus 3. Now, since we are done with negative integers, now we are having the number 0. And in case of positive integers, the numbers that are far from 0 are actually the greater numbers. So 1 is close to 0, so it is going to be smaller than 4, and 4 is going to be smaller than 5. We are going to discuss many examples related to ascending and